What is the Islamic lens? What is it that Allah and His Messenger teach us to use as a lens? I'm going to give you guys a few answers to that question. The Prophet ﷺ said in a Sahih Hadith, عَجَبٌ لِأَمْرِ الْمُؤْمِنِ أَمْرُهُ كُلُّ خَيْرٍ. The matter of a believer is strange. Everything is good for him or her. The matter of a believer is strange. Everything is good for them. And this is only the case for a believer, by the way, the Prophet ﷺ explains. And he says that if there's something that the believer gets that he or she wants, then the believer responds with gratitude, and so it is good for them. And if the believer gets something that they don't want, he or she responds with patience, and so it is good for them. What does this mean? This means that the lens that a believer should be wearing in understanding their life and seeing their life is that it's all good. Is that it's actually all good. Now that might sound too rose-colored, but it isn't. Because it doesn't mean that a believer will never feel pain. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean a believer will never face hardship, or that a believer will never have to struggle, or that a believer will never have to lose things that they love. No. On the contrary, we know that those prophets who were closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala were tested the most. But what it means is that despite that pain, and despite that challenge, and despite that struggle, in the end, it's actually good for them.